90% of the time when I'm out and about, I'm going to be shooting RAW. I'm just on about this odd time when I want to shoot just JPEGs. Do you know that usual response you get when you talk about shooting JPEGs? Whoa, 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 whoa. Did I just hear you say that you shoot JPEGs? Why are you shooting JPEGs? What would anyone shoot JPEGs for? You should be shooting RAW all of the time. JPEGs. Oof, gives me shivers. However, for certain things, JPEGs are actually quite good. Hear me out on this one. Film photography is very popular at the moment. I've started shooting film myself, I love it, and I've become slightly obsessed by it. It's opened up a whole new world of photography that I've not explored before. Film just has this organic feel to it that instantly feels nostalgic and brings back memories, and there's something magical about it. And since digital has become the most prominent form of photography over the last 20 years or so, that feeling that you get from film photography has been lost a little bit. In fact, quite a lot actually. Don't get me wrong, digital photography is amazing. I love the digital process of photography as much as I love the film process. But shooting film recently has made me start enjoying photography in a different way. A more simple way. Can you actually recreate that feeling of shooting film on a digital mirrorless camera? I think you might be able to get a lot closer than you might realise. Some of these photos were shot on digital and some were shot on film. Can you tell which was shot on which? Does it even matter? No, not really, because they all look great. And that's the main point behind this. It's all about going back to that enjoyment of taking photos, enjoying the process of photography. Emulating film isn't a new concept. Fujifilm are probably one of the most famous companies at making these great film emulations, and the X100V you can't buy anywhere. It is out of stock and back ordered for about a year, I think, which is just insane because it has become so popular through these Fujifilm recipes that create these great film emulations. However, if you own a digital camera, chances are you will be able to do something similar. I have here the Lumix S5ii, and I'm going to show you how to get it set up right now. The S5ii allows you to create your own presets, and you can also add a LUT on top of them using real-time LUT, and you can then save that as a new preset to be able to go and shoot and then have that look baked into your photos. If you want to know more about this, then I would highly recommend you go and check out Sam Holland's video. He is far more knowledgeable about this than I am, and Lumix things in general, so go and check out his channel, subscribe, and just let him know that I sent you. In short though, you want to go into your custom photo style and make the tweaks that you want to get your desired look. Here you can change your contrast, your saturation and other bits, and also add in your LUT to give it your own stamp. Maybe you have your own or just one that you like using, it doesn't matter, you can add that in there. And if you choose the L Classic Neo style, then you can also add in some grain, which is brilliant. I love film grain, whether it's on photos or in video. I tend to keep it on low, as I find that standard and high can sometimes be a bit too much. I think low is a nice balance of grain. But the point behind all of this is to create your own style or look. Just experiment, play around a little and have some fun, hit save, and then you want to set your camera to shoot JPEGs. If you want to, you can also save a RAW file to give you the best of both worlds and get an edit file as well, but the grain won't be saved into the RAW file. I really like choosing to just shoot JPEGs though when I'm doing this, because it makes it a little bit more like shooting film in the sense that there's less room for perfection, and that's something that I'm trying to get away from in my photography quite a bit at the moment. Not every photo needs to be perfectly exposed, and not every photo needs to be pin sharp. Sometimes it is the imperfections in a photo that make that photo what it is. I do genuinely think that we might have gone a little bit too far in the search for perfection in photography, purely because the technology available to us right now is so good. It's almost more difficult to not get a perfect shot sometimes, which sounds insane, but it's true. It's very difficult to miss focus. And if you're shooting in RAW, then you have so much data available in those images to be able to bring it back to create that perfect shot. And I'm not saying that this is a bad thing, because it's not. I love shooting RAW. 90% of the time when I'm out and about, I'm gonna be shooting RAW. I'm just on about this odd time when I want to shoot just JPEGs for fun, because I still think there's a lot of room for simplicity and those imperfections that I mentioned in photography. That's what shooting film, and more recently JPEGs like this on a mirrorless camera, has taught me. It's got me thinking about photography in a different way. It also takes the whole editing process out of the way, which is great for some people, because some people don't like editing at all. But if that is the case and you don't want to edit your photos, you can instantly, because JPEGs are much smaller files, connect your phone to your camera and download them straight to your phone and have them uploaded to Instagram straight away, pretty much. You can't do that with a RAW file, because you've got to put it on your computer, stick it in Lightroom, edit it, and then export it. It's a much longer process. If you're not into that, JPEGs is a great way around that. And sometimes that is all you need. But for example, if you just want to take your camera out and capture the day that's going on around you, maybe it's a family day out, and you just want to create some memories, you don't necessarily want to be shooting RAW all the time. You just want some nice photos at the end. You don't want a big pile of RAW photos sat on your desktop waiting to be edited, just sat there doing nothing, capturing digital dust. Digital dust. That's a thing now. So for that reason, try shooting JPEGs occasionally. Not all the time, just occasionally for certain things. Get your preset set up in the way you like it, try and emulate film if you want to, and just have fun shooting in a different way. What I'm trying to say in this video is that you can almost replicate that look and feel of shooting on film by simplifying the process and shooting JPEGs. It might sound weird, I know, but give it a go. It might free you up. I know it did me, and shooting film has done the exact same thing. Shooting film is what actually led me to doing this, in a weird way. I think that makes sense. I'm not quite sure anymore. I've been talking for quite a while. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you ever shoot JPEGs? And if not, why? Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I shall see you very soon in the next video. Nothing like a coffee at 10 o'clock at night just as you're about to start recording a YouTube video. Needs must.